Good morning. This morning, since we're done with the concept of probability, we will come to the practical application of the probability in our lives. Before that, we have our panel of observers. We have Mrs. Edeta Valmoria, our OIC in the Mathematics Department. We have Mrs. Marjeline Olohoy, teacher today of math. We also have Mrs. Janet Q. Rondina, master teacher 1 of mathematics. In order to apply our knowledge in probability, we're going to have a debate with the motion, probability is important in our real life. So this is our going to have, we have a house rules. First, each speaker is given at most 1 minute for their speech. Refrain from using the mother tongue. Remember to respect one another. No name calling nor finger pointing. Are you ready for the debate? Okay. First speaker, please.
So probability is important in real life. So I say yes. First of all, probability is our main concept or idea. Probability is a branch of mathematics that deals with uncertainty. So our one example is that life. Life deals with uncertain events. Life deals with uncertain events. So I say that probability can be used in our everyday life for exercise.
Indeed, probability has many uses and thus a great impact in decision making. But do we really need to depend in the probability of an event? Is it not important to consider that the result of an outcome of a situation can change due to different factors? What is wrong with probability? First, it is complicated. We cannot argue that most students find it difficult. It is hard to understand how you can apply it in a real-life situation. Is there a relevance in the rolling of the dice, tossing of a coin, to situations we encounter every day? Let us take time to reflect that we ourselves can alter the outcome of the decisions we make. That's all.
I agree that probability is important in real life. In the field of science, weather forecasters use probability, like predicting the chances of rain today. They use probability for us to be prepared for the outcome of the weather today. Without probability, we may not be prepared for the weather that will lead us to probably danger. Thank you.
How likely something is to happen? Many events can be predicted with total certainty. The best way we can say is how likely they are to happen, using the idea of probability. As what I said is how likely they are to happen, which is the meaning or the best description about the probability. And according to my own understanding that in probability we can say or we are not sure if the predicted event will be certainty, definitely, surely, happening. Thank you.
Probability is important. Why? Because it can help us for decision making. Like for business. Why do business like malls have sales seasonally? Because there is a big probability that a lot of people will buy their product.
For me, probability is not applicable in certain aspects or events. It can also never be used in some real-life situations. By the means of probability, you'll never know when an event will happen. Probability just gives us the number of outcomes in a certain event. The rules of probability can be violated at times.
Another real-life application of probability is on medicine. Examples: how much is the effectiveness or the rate of success of an experiment? How sure it is to cure a disease? And also in choosing a course in college, we must be very mindful because it will leave us a great impact in our life and for our future. Probability may be used or important in our daily life, but not all. Probability has its disadvantages also. By using probability, you are not still sure about what will happen. And if you have the knowledge of probability in a situation, then instead of buying a lot of tickets, why just don't you work hard than to waste your money and buy a lot of tickets? Well, while you are not sure if you are going to win or not, but in hard working, you are sure that you can be successful. How is probability used in everyday life? Based on my research, probability and chance both study the possibilities of different things happening based on a few known factors. Probability is the logic of uncertainty and randomness. Uncertainty and randomness occur in just about every field of application and in daily life. For example, if you are going to be in a relationship, there is a possibility that you can focus on your studies. Your grades will get low. And there is also a possibility that you will come up with too much obsession. And too much obsession may lead you into committing suicide.
Sometimes probability is not needed because we have our own self-confidence and we already know what will happen if we do that. In real life, probability is sometimes needed but not always because we cannot stand by our own if we are just depending on the outcomes that will happen. We should encounter our own mistakes so that we will know the counterpart of doing it.
Probability is important in our daily life. Almost every possible activity or outcome has a probability. For example, someone might wonder about the probability that they will get a high enough grade in a test they have taken. You will know in probability, you will know the possibilities of what will happen if you will not study for an exam. You will get a low score in the exam and it will affect your grades. Probability concepts are abstract ideas used to identify the degree of a risk education decision involves. That's all they.
Is probability important? No. Probability is a measure or estimation of how likely the event will occur. But life has a lot of uncertainties. Oftentimes, our decisions in life are done under conditions of uncertainty. So it means we can't just predict the possible outcomes in our event. So in that case, how can you use probability in every event in your lives if there are a lot of uncertainty? And also, the book describes that probability can be expressed as any number, decimal or fraction. So, fraction. When you go to malls and buy your needs, can you see the prices? Is that fraction form? No, that's very ridiculous. And also, when you're answering a problem, there are a lot of possible outcomes.
We have heard the different views of the affirmative and the opposition about the concept, the importance of probability in our life. For those who are in the audience, I have the audience, you're going to make a reflection or answer this question based on their answers. How is the knowledge of probability useful in our daily life? This is for the audience. Base your answers on the ideas of your classmates that they have given. Another is in what practical aspects in our daily lives probability is important and why. So you're going to make a reflection out of that questions for those audience. You're going to write your reflection in one whole sheet of paper. So we have learned that probability is indeed important in our lives. There are many aspects. Last, any question from the audience or from the members of the team? You can ask two. I will entertain two students to ask questions. Pastor, any question? Any reaction?
Why do you say so? That's Why do you say so that probability is important in our real life? Why do you say so? Why did you say
We can say that probability is unimportant because according to my understanding that in probability we can say or we are not sure if the predicted event will be certainly, definitely, or surely happening.
Okay, that one last.
Aina, how can we sure if the weather forecaster is sure about his or her recordings about the weather if people can cheat on the system?
Probability can be used in real life is because weather forecasters use probability like predicting the weather today. If they will not predict the weather today, it may lead us to danger like floods, and they can use probability by using certain instruments in predicting the weather. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have learned the practical aspects of probability. Number one is really the decision making. So you must be good in your decision making based on your knowledge in probability. No more question? One last na lang.
In what aspect or situation is probability, or in life is probability helpful? Kindly elaborate on the different subject. In what aspect or situation in life is probability helpful? Kindly elaborate on the particular subject matter.
So, in aspect of decision making, just like in going through a relationship, what consequences will happen to you? Either you will have either it will have a bad consequences or bad effects or good consequences or good effects. It only matters to the person of how he or she deals about it.
Okay. So we're done. We're done with our debate. I hope that you have learned a lot of things about the practical aspects of probability. Thank you guys for giving your best. And for the audience, you can submit your reflection. Thank you also for the panel of observers. And so this is the end. Thank you.